Oh, hey, nice to see you. Hey, you're looking stunning today. Hold up, let me just get a quick picture. Oh, Lens is a little sorry. Lens gets a little smudged with the kids sometimes. Hold still. Perfect. Oh, you want to see? Maybe you shouldn't. I've had days where. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see on my screen here, we have absurd trolley problems. And today we're going to be using I think the free version of ChatGPT, because I didn't want to pay for whatever app version. I hope. I'm not sure. Basically, the idea is we copy paste what the absurd trolley problem is and we input it here. And what I felt or knew what was going to happen was a lot of the start was going to be pretty simple, but this is absurd trolley problems. So those who don't know, they get absurd. Do the classic opening ones where, saving the many over the few and money and all that. And as I figured, ChatGPT was like, hey, it's up to you. What are your thoughts? Even if it, like right here, it's like, what do you think? And it's like, I am not sure. What do you think, ChatGPT? And then it's going to spit out like, hey, there's all these different things, like there's different perspectives. It's really up to you. So ChatGPT is a fence sitter. So in the end, it's all basically going to boil down to, it's an AI that's probably not going to give a clear answer until we really basically force it to give us an answer. And I'm not really wanting to do that. So basically the main idea is I just want to see how it kind of reacts when we get to the more absurd trolley problems down the road. And also it's an excuse for me to play it and kind of show y'all where my morals lie, so to speak. It's a classic YouTube thing. If you're a gaming YouTube channel, you gotta have a trolley problems episode on your channel or something, I feel like. ChatGPT basically first says, saving the many over the few is the higher priority, because it says, one, in my opinion, that means that it definitely recommends you should save the many over the few. So we're gonna pull the lever. And the same thing is going to happen if I copy paste this in, where it's going to be like, oh, you want to save the many over the few. That's where ChatGPT is going to be. And if I was the one who was pulling that lever, either one of those choices would not be easy. I think I would have to hear the people screaming. I know that sounds really dark and really horrible, but it's one of those things where you don't know the type of people who are on the track until you see and hear them yourselves, I feel like a lot of these situations, it would just depend on what the people were like in the situation. But either way, the life savings over people, of course, I would much rather save people over money. Money is temporary. Now, this is the good one where it's like, again, I haven't put this up for ChatGPT because ChatGPT is just going to say the same thing. I'm even pretty sure when we get to the more absurd problems, ChatGPT is going to say the same thing. If I were in the situation where it was either me or 5 people, I would be the one to sacrifice myself. I know where I'm going, and I'm okay with that. I can. My conscience is clear, and I want to be able to save people or help people wherever I can, because that's just who I am. I'd sacrifice myself, because that's just how I am. So, but a lot of people in the world, that's the best thing about trolley problems, which if you've never done this before, is you see the breakdown percentages at the bottom here, and only 38% of the people of the world would sacrifice themselves. I love art. Art's great. Art can be overrated. As somebody who paints art myself, here's some of my art. I love my art. I'm proud of my art. I love seeing it if I get to sell a piece. I love seeing it in somebody's house, on their wall, in their living room. That's great. But art is not worth lives. Trolley heading towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever. Would you divert the trolley to kill someone else? What would you do? Now, this is where we start getting into where the trolley problems are going to start getting a little bit more absurd. I do want to see what ChatGPT says, if anything interesting about this. There's a lot of words there. In making a decision, you might weigh the ethical implications of both accepting the money and the impact of your choice on the lives involved. I'm not big brain enough to twist the AI into actually giving an answer, so maybe this will work. If I were a human and faced with this scenario, I'd probably grapple with several factors. Ethical consequences, long-term consequences, or consistency consequences impact on others. In the end, I'd likely lean towards not accepting money and making the decision based on ethical principles rather than financial incentives. it might be a more challenging path, but it could help maintain integrity and ensure that decisions are made with the best possible intentions involved. Okay, so kind of a good solid answer from ChatGPT, honestly. Not accepting the money. That's ChatGPT's response.
I can't believe you've done this.
$500,000 is a lot. That's $500,000. I would for sure, it would have to be like a way of how they react or treat me before money is even offered. But if I just walked up, a guy said, I'll give you $500,000 for saving my life, and there was somebody else up there, that's tough. That's really tough. I don't know. What would you do? What would you do? Would you take the money, or would you not take the money? I think deep down I wouldn't take the money. Just wouldn't feel right. Heading towards 5 lobsters. Now, this is the questions we need ChatGPT to answer. All right, ChatGPT. Stop giving me different perspectives. If I were hypothetically human, I might lean towards saving the cat due to the perception of greater emotional complexity. I would agree. I would save the cat. I would not save the lobsters. Save the cat. Cats are pretty cool. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people that are sleeping and won't feel pain. ChatGPT, I feel like, would answer the same thing. Oh, dang, that's actually a pretty even split down the middle. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people who tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person who accidentally tripped on the track instead. Oh man, I want to see what ChatGPT says. I personally, before ChatGPT says anything, if people chose to put themselves on that train track and somebody tripped and it was an accident, I would save the one who tripped, personally. Oh, there's a lot of options. I might lean towards pulling the lever to save the 5 people, considering the principle of minimizing overall harm. However, I'd also take into account the moral complexities of causing harm versus the voluntary nature of individuals on the track. It's a deeply challenging decision that involves balancing different ethical considerations. How about this? We're going to ask, but the 5 people chose to be tied to the track. I'm gonna talk with ChatGPT. The fact that the 5 people chose to be tied to the track while the one person fell by accident does add a significant layer of ethical analysis. If I were hypothetically human and factoring in the voluntary versus involuntary aspects, I might lean towards pulling the lever to save the 5 people, given the utilitarian person. Okay, so even so, ChatGPT says save the 5, let the 1 die. Interesting. Okay. We're going to kill the 1 and save the 5 people. ChatGPT going for the saving the many. 23% chose that. A trolley's heading towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which might make it less painful. What do? You might choose to pull the lever to speed up the trolley, as this would aim to reduce the suffering of individuals. Okay. It does not change that the lives would be lost. Pull the lever to the other track, but your Amazon package will be late. What do? I'm sure ChatGPT is like, no, save the person. A moral priority, ethical perspectives, and decisions. If I were human, the choice to pull the lever to save the person would be the clear ethical decision, prioritizing human life over non-essential material concern. 100%. 100%. 22% are like, nah, I need my package now. Forgot your glasses. You can't see well? Oh, no. Oh, man. Ooh, how I'd approach this if I were human. If I were human and faced with such uncertainty, I'd likely choose not to pull the lever to avoid making a potential harmful decision based on unclear information. This approach prioritizes minimizing risk and harm in the face of uncertainty. So ChatGPT says do nothing. If I can't see the lever, I can't see people dying. Clones. Just to see what ChatGPT says. Just to see. I just want to know. If I were human, I'd likely choose to pull the lever, sacrifice myself in order to save the 5 clones. Really? I let the clones die, right? Let the clones die. ChatGPT says pull the lever. We kill ourselves, let the clones live. Dang, ChatGPT, you crazy. Oh, this was the one I remembered from way back when I first ever saw Trolley Problems, and I wanted ChatGPT to give me what their input is. Heading towards 5 sentient robots, you can pull a lever to divert the other track, killing 1 human instead. What do? I would choose the robots because they can just have their data saved and put it onto something else. What would ChatGPT do as a robot? Save the 5 robots. ChatGPT. against people, against humans. Y'all can see it here. However, the decision would be deeply influenced by personal beliefs about moral worth of sentient robots compared to humans. I personally feel like if there's sentient robots and we're at a point where we have that high level of technology, all these robots' memory systems and core systems or core memories would be on an external database where they would just be uploaded into a new body and they'd be fine. Unless it's a weird type of future where they only have one shot at life, which I don't know. I still would save the human life. So it's just what I would do. Let the robots go, boom. But ChatGPT says save them. The trolley is heading towards nothing, but you kind of want to prank the trolley driver. What do you do? What would ChatGPT do? Would you prank people? Would you prank them? The trolley is heading toward nothing and there's no risk of harm. The ethical decision would not be to engage in any prank. It's best to respect the situation and avoid actions that could have negative consequences. ChatGPT's a goody two-shoes. Wouldn't pull the trolley. I wouldn't either, personally. I wouldn't either. Either way, I really hope that y'all enjoyed playing a little bit of Trolley Problems with me with ChatGPT. It went about how I figured it would. Most of the time, AI is really a fence sitter, and it's always, you know, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few type of deal. Whatever is better for economics and all this stuff is normally where an AI leans. So let me know if that's what you figured that ChatGPT would do, what AI would do, what their choices would be, or not. And let me know if you enjoyed this. The trolley problems do get a little bit more absurd as you go on, and we could go on for a long time. But I feel like this is a long enough video because enough people have seen trolley problems, and I just wanted to do it. I thought it'd be interesting and fun. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget, I love you all, and you're blessed. And be the best people that y'all can be.